everyone, so this is my bouquet. I'm a DIY bride on a budget. I wanted a feather bouquet and I priced it at the floral store, and I found they were charging quite a bit, and I love to do DIY, so I thought I would do it myself. So here's my bouquet, all DIY. I hope you like it. If you do, watch the rest of the video and I'll show you how I did it. Hi everybody, so this is my tutorial on how to make the bouquet that you saw at the beginning of the video. So what you're going to need is a bunch of rooster feathers. I ordered them off eBay. They're white rooster feathers. I think I ordered 100. Pretty cheap, like $5, $6. They come in a bunch like this, and then what you do is you separate them and you use flower tape to glue them together. So it's on both sides, and you just get your glue gun out. Let's see, so it's just separated here. Two sides of flower tape with the feathers in the middle, glue gun it together, push down, and then you have this nice line of rooster feathers. You're also going to need some Swarovski crystals. I'm using 6mm purple to go with the purple calla lilies. I also ordered these off eBay, pretty cheap, I think $4 or $5 for 100. You're going to need flower tape that you can get at Walmart. These are peacock feathers. I just bought a bunch. I think it was $10 for all this, again off eBay. Some wire, beading wire, got it at Walmart. Beading tools. You don't need beading tools. You can use scissors and twist it with your fingers if you want. I just had these already, so I'm using those. And then you need some calla lilies. These are from the flower store. They're fake, but they feel real. They're very nice. I paid $20 for 10. And I'm also putting these flowers in there as well. They're also from the flower store. Don't bother going to Walmart because Walmart's flowers are cheap and you get what you pay for. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put some bling into the calla lily. So you just take the calla lily carefully because you don't want to rip it. And you fold it back like this. As much as you can fold it, and then you kind of just pull this out like that, and then take one of your beading tools, the round one, or one of your husband's tools, kind of just pull this out a bit, so that it's sticking out more than it was before. Then what I do is I take 8 Swarovski crystals, I put it on the wire, and then I made a little to kind of tie at the top, or a little loop so they don't fall off. You're going to do the same at the bottom. So just kind of make a loop so that they stay in place. And then basically you're just going to wrap it around the calla lily. Okay, so I wanted to show you how I'm putting the peacock feathers on the calla lily. So you can see I have the bling already in there. And what I'm using is, I bought a bunch of peacock feathers off eBay. I think these were $10 for this whole bunch. I'm not going to use all this, and then I'm using flower tape. That's my son Wilder. Bear with me. So the way I find the easiest to use this flower tape is to rip off some and then just lay it beside you. So then you'll grab your calla lily flower Okay, so the next step is we're going to be doing the wire. I got this purple sparkly wire from the flower store. I tried to find it online, but I couldn't. But she had some there. I paid $15 for this much. I got two. I don't know if I'm going to need 2 rolls, but it's easy to work with, easy to bend. And what you do is basically, I used a perfume bottle because I like how thick the roundness is of the perfume bottle, and I just twisted all around the perfume bottle, pulled it off, and then this is what I got. It's really long. And then what I'm going to do is basically twist it around a few calla lilies. So I think I want 6 of these sticking out of my bouquet. So I'm going to be doing 3 on 3 different calla lilies like this. Okay, so now it's time to put your bouquet together. So you're just going to grab your flowers. You've got your big flower, and then all your calla lilies, and then your calla lilies with the wire. So you're just going to start putting it together. You want your wire spread out throughout the bouquet, and you want your calla lilies spread out the bouquet, and you also want your feathers spread out throughout the bouquet. So take your biggest middle kind of flower first. Start wrapping your feather rope inside and weaving it in and out. Okay, so I've got all the calla lilies that I want in my bouquet. I've got the ones with the wires in here, and I've been wrapping the feather rope that we made earlier all throughout it, and just I keep turning and turning. But I left about this much hanging. The reason for that is that I want the whole outside of my bouquet, I want this all layer to be feather. So I need to leave enough that I can wrap it around. So I'm just kind of working with it now, trying to get the flowers where I want them. Okay, so I have all the flowers pretty much where I want them to be. I haven't really worked much with the wire yet, but it's kind of all spread out evenly, which is nice. As well as the feathers, they're kind of all over the place. So I'm still going to work with the feathers, but the flowers are where I want them to be. So what I'm doing now is I just taped it off with some floral tape. And like I mentioned before, we still have this hanging. So what we're going to be doing now is just wrapping this around. Okay, so I've put more floral tape on the bottom. It's in there pretty stiff. I've worked a little bit with the wire. I find myself fiddling with it a lot. Hopefully I'll be able to leave it alone and just let it be. But so the next step, and this is optional, I wanted a really thick stem to hold on to. And I find this is not a whole lot. I didn't want a huge bouquet. This is enough of flowers for me. But I really wanted a bigger stem. So what I did is I went to the flower store and I had her cut me some stems, fake, whatever, plastic stems. So I'm going to be taking some of these, lining them up so they're even on the top. And basically I'm just going to create a thicker stem by adding more stem. A thicker stem by adding more stems. So I'm just going to wrap a bunch around the flower bouquet, like this. And then I'm going to tape it. I know it looks odd right now, but it won't when it's done. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and all I'm going to do is tape this around and around so that it stays in place like this, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I've taped the extra stem on, and I had to put more tape up here to kind of give it an even thickness, because up here was a little bit more thinner than I wanted it. So then I kind of just pack it down, and now it's time for the ribbon. So the ribbon, you're going to leave some hanging so that you can tie it at the end. There's other YouTube videos on how to put ribbon on a bouquet. I'm not a professional. I'm going to try my best here. But I would go to maybe another video for this part. Okay, so I've wrapped the ribbon around. Now at the top, I didn't want any of the green floral tape showing, so I started wrapping the ribbon and realized it was sliding a little bit. So I got some double-sided tape and I wrapped it around the top of the bouquet, right underneath where the white flowers stop and the green floral tape starts. I just put some double-sided tape there, and then I started wrapping my ribbon because I do not want that green floral tape showing, so this way it's going to stick. So I just wrapped it kind of all the way down, round and round and round, and then I tied it off at the bottom using the part that was hanging, and then I will be cutting the ends to make them look nicer. I'm going to have to look online to see how people do it, but I'm assuming just on an angle. Cut them so that they don't fray, and then I'm going to cut my stem. Actually, I'm going to get my husband or my fiance to cut the stem because this might need some manly work. But so I'm just going to cut it so it's straight across, nice even cut. And then the last part, which I'm really excited about, I just got this stuff from the flower store. So let me just push pause and then I'll come back and show you what I got. Okay, so this is what I got from the flower store today. I'm super excited. It's just plastic, but it is so shiny, and it's to go around the stem of your flower. So I'm just going to be doing one wrap around, and I'm going to use super glue to keep it there. Okay, so I wanted to show you the finished product. So here it is. I'll stand back a bit. My husband, or my fiance is not home yet. So I still need to have him chop this off. So ignore this part here. You want to do that for sure. Chop it off, make it straight and even, and just about an inch below your ribbon is where you want it to stop. I tried super gluing this stuff on. No, didn't work. The woman at the store told me not to use hot glue, but I used hot glue. I was really careful. Like, I know this is plastic, so I was really careful pushing. It's on there good, and hot glue works, so I would use hot glue, but just with caution. But there you have it. There's the bouquet. What it looks like from underneath. There you go.